Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our eBay store. So in this video I'm going to be looking at three things: the entire Japanese version of the original fossil Pokemon card set, the original Japanese complete set of the fossil Pokemon card set, and also some promotional cards of Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. And then at the end I'll talk about some of the differences between the English and the Japanese version of the cards. But let's start with the promotional cards. So these are the three promotional cards of Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. They are all hollows. It's maybe a little bit hard to see given that they're in plastic sheets, but they are all hollows. And these came in, well, they came with a music CD in Japan. And obviously, given the characters involved, they are quite rare, quite hard to get, quite valuable. And I don't believe an English version was ever released of these three cards, so you can only get them in the Japanese version. And they're also quite, I guess, renowned because they actually show the Pokemon in the same stance as they appeared in on the original games, the original green version released in Japan and the red and blue version released overseas. So three pretty rare cards there. So let's have a look at the other cards now. I've actually ordered these by Pokemon number, but I've also ordered them by Pokemon type. So they're all sort of mixed up a little bit here, the jungle and the fossil, but we'll just go through it anyway. Now you can buy these, we can stock these for you. We currently just sell the hollow cards, but if you're interested in getting the others, we can get them for you. It's pretty hard to get these as a set though now. You've got to remember these cards actually came out about 20 years ago. So we have Butterfree, Ekans, and Arbok. I actually only realized recently that these are Cobra and Snake backwards, their names. Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, just a hollow Nidoqueen there from the jungle set. Zubat, Golbat, really love the artwork for those ones. Love the artwork for these two. Oddish, Gloom, that's one of my favourite cards actually. And then Volplume Hollow from the jungle. Parasect, Venonat, Venomoth, another hollow from the jungle set. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, love the artwork on that one too. Victreebel, it's a hollow from the jungle set. Grimer, really cool artwork there too. Muck is a hollow from the fossil set. Exeggutor, cool artwork in these two as well. Coughing, and then Scyther, sorry, I think that was Wheezing. Scyther and Pinsir, two of the more popular hollows from the jungle set. Fire Pokemon, so Charizard I showed before, Rapidash, Flareon, really cool hollow, that one from the jungle set. And then Magma, who also has a card in the original base set, but this is the fossil version of the card. And Moltres, which is a hollow from the fossil set. Some base cards or common and uncommon cards from the fossil set. Love the artwork on all of these actually. Some really cool ones. I really love the fossil set actually. And again, some really nice artwork on some common and uncommon cards. Lapras there, a hollow from the fossil set. And Articuno, another hollow from the fossil set. Vaporeon, a hollow from the jungle set. Omanyte and Omastar, one of my favourite cards, that one actually, Omanyte. I remember when it came out in English, I actually bought that card specially on its own. Pidgeot, a hollow from the jungle set. Spearow, Fearow, Clefable, Really cool artwork on that one too. Clefairy was a holo as well in the original base set. I can only assume because the Japanese just loved cute things, so both of them got a holo. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, a holo from the jungle set. Really cool artwork for Persia as well. Ikatung, Kangaskhan, another holo from the jungle set. Taurus, Ditto, holo from the fossil set. Eevee, Snorlax, a holo from the jungle set. And a lot of people's favourite Dragonite, or Kairyu in Japanese, the holo from the fossil set. Then some electric ones. Now all of these cards except for Jolteon actually have another version. Pikachu also appeared in the base set, Raichu also appeared in the base set, as did Magneton and Zapdos and Electrode. All of them had cards in the original base set. But I think I actually like the versions of all of these ones better than their original one. Love that Zapdos. That's really cool, as the Magneton. Really cool effects there. So both holos there from the fossil set, as is Raichu, a holo from the fossil set. Electrode is a holo from the jungle set. And Flareon, holo from the jungle set. Really cool card. Like Flareon as well, really cool. We only have one holo on this page, which is Hitmonlee from the fossil set, if I can get that in focus. Golem is not a holo, don't know why. Very few third stage Pokemon without a holo. One of my favourite cards with the artwork there. Cubone. And then a couple more really cool holos, Kabutops and Aerodactyl from the fossil set. And some trainer cards from the fossil set. Really like the artwork on that one too. And then some of the fossil cards. So Ghastly and Haunter both appeared in the original set, but in the fossil set, of course, he is a holo. Not sure why. Gengar is also a holo, one of my favourite Pokemon. I'm sure a lot of other people's. Hypno, Mr. Mime, and Mew. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the differences between the Japanese and the English version of the cards. So firstly, Mew actually did appear in the fossil set in the Japanese version, and they took Mew out of the English version of the fossil series. Not sure why. I guess they wanted to keep it to the original 150, but you can get Mew, and we do sell Mew in that series. So I'm just going to compare two cards here, whoops, sorry, which is the two Pidgeots here. So firstly, the backs of the cards are actually different, so I'm sure you've seen this image a million times. You can see the Japanese version of the back of the card is different. So this is the Japanese one, which is a little different. In terms of the fronts of the cards, you can see they basically look the same. The colouring is the same. The artwork is the same. The HPs are the same. So the only kind of main difference, I think, is that in the Japanese version, they didn't actually say the number of the set. So if you look here on the English one, it says card 24 of 64. So that's card 24 of the jungle set. But in the Japanese version, there's no reference to what card number it is in the particular set. It only refers to the Pokédex number. And you got to remember, these cards actually came out, I think in the West they came out in 1999, but in Japan they came out in 1997. So the internet was not really a mainstream thing. So if you were actually collecting the set, you kind of needed some sort of external resource, like a pamphlet or a booklet or something like that, to know what cards you actually got and which ones you needed. Other than that, you'll notice that they use the metric system that they use the metric system in Japan. So here it says Shincho, height 1.5 meters, Taiju, weight 39.5 kilograms. The names are also different for a lot of Pokemon. So Pidgeot is basically Pidgeot in Japanese, but a lot of the names are completely different. So for example, Clefable is Pixie, and Jigglypuff is Pudding. Wigglytuff is Pudding. I know Moltres is Fire. So a lot of them have different names that weren't just directly translated. Same for the moves that they have, even though the HPs are the same. So these ones actually are the same, but again, a lot of them actually were not just straight translations. The other main difference with the actual lineup, so before I mentioned Mew, also the Japanese version did not have non-holo versions of holo cards. And the reason is because with the Western release, a booster pack had 11 cards and you were guaranteed to get a rare. But in order to try and reduce people getting holos, Wizards of the Coast made these non-holo versions of holo cards because there weren't many non-holo rare cards. So they made this system, which was kind of good because it allowed you to get cool Pokemon like this in non-holo version, but it was bittersweet. I actually remember pulling this out of a pack back in the day, and I was thinking, yeah, I really still want that holo. So that was a difference. So in the Japanese version, there's no non-holo of holo cards, but that doesn't necessarily mean these are more common, because in the Japanese releases, there was only a booster pack only had 5 cards in it, and I don't think you were guaranteed to get a rare. And I can certainly tell you that just looking at the second-hand market and collectible shops and things, these cards are very rare to get in Japan. So there's not necessarily more of them. But anyway, I hope that was interesting and informative. As I said, we do sell the holo cards in these sets. We only get the others on special request. And yeah, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the description or underneath this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.